We're really excited to be launching our first ever vinyl auction as Graham Budd Auctions Limited look to push ourselves into other directions and bring new sales to the table. Vinyl's been a passion of mine for many years now. Sometimes it's a toss-up between football or music, to which plays the biggest part in my life. But what we're hoping comes through the door is the same quality of vinyl, the rarities that we always look for in our famous sporting memorabilia auctions. For instance, just in my collection at the moment, you may think there's nothing unusual with a copy of Please Please Me by the Beatles. Incredible when you think it's 60 years ago this year since this was released. But everything has to have a starting point. Now, you get millions of copies of these. There's all different derivatives of them, all different copies and pressings, but the age of the pressing or the number of the pressing makes all the difference. Now, for instance, on the EMI records, they have what's called a matrix. And the matrix, which is pressed into the run-out, will always tell you if it's the first, the second, third or fourth pressing or issue. And this one, quite a nice early one, a few marks on it, but it's got a matrix that tells it's number 1 or 1N. So not quite the first pressing, but a very early one. And in this condition, the cover's quite nice, the vinyl's quite bright. We'd probably expect that to fetch between £1,800 and £20. However, we've got another copy of Please Please Me by the Beatles, exactly the same cover, Angus Beam photograph, again in really nice clean condition. But the difference here is very evident. The label is completely different, and this is matrix number 1. So this is a copy of Please Please Me from the very first pressings. The label's totally different, it's an old-fashioned parlophone one. The matrix tells us how old and rare it is. There's a few marks and scuffs on this. It's an incredibly rare piece, and we'd expect that auction to fetch between £1,400 and £1,800. So it shows you that out there, in your lofts, in your garages, you may be selling an absolute fortune.